Zakonnova, and I'm a face painter from Ukraine, now living in Florida, USA. I'm a face painter on the job. I like practical but at the same time effective designs, and also it's very important for me to be creative on the job. I'm very excited and grateful to be here at the International Summit of Face Painters and share my love and techniques with you. My tutorials are inspired by the beauty of forests and nature. I've tried to provide as much information as possible, but if you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. Thank you very much. Let's paint together. Okay, let's paint our first design, modern flowers. I'm going to show you how to make a great impression by using a color scheme from Color Wheel. This design is beginners friendly because it's not complicated at all, but very effective. First, I take a good amount of a paint on a sponge and paint an eyelids. My main colors here are turquoise and bright yellow. Next, I do the trick that saves a lot of time and adds so much beauty to the design. I use the same sponge to apply stencil print. Here I can also add variety in a design and add one stencil print light in color and the other dark. On the bottom of a painting, I will use only a turquoise color. I'm gonna place it on a cheekbone. I will do the same procedure on the other side, but in reverse. I'm gonna do the same eyelid, but the stencil print, I will put the light one on the bottom and the dark one on top. I'm making kind of continuation of a turquoise color from the solid to lace. And you already can see many different objects with just only one cake and sponge. For the bottom part, I will use white paint. And my favorite baby wipes will help get rid of the excess paint. I will load the flat brush well to the flower cake with the main color pink. And I'm gonna create the one stroke continuation after the stencil flowers. I make the petals with white on the edges. First, the big one on the center and the smaller ones on the sides. Don't be afraid to climp on the stencil with petals because it acts as both the main element and the background. What I really love about the painting with one stroke is that you can always rebuild the painting at any time if it's not contrast enough. On the other side of the face, let's do the opposite. We will place the pink petals on the bottom. I always fill the gap with the corner of the brush, just like that. And let's place our smaller petals. Next, I take duo paint, which is very convenient in painting flowers because it has a lot of white and it's so much easier to keep your white paint clean enough on your brush to paint flowers. But this time I'll turn the brush outside the petals with a dark color. I will place the center of the flower about the highest edge of the eyebrow. You can paint them all the same size. Or if there is a little space, some petals can be smaller. And now when we are finishing our purple flower, you can see how beautiful is the result when we use the tetrade color scheme from Color Wheel. We have pink and purple, which are opposite to the turquoise and yellow on the Color Wheel. I paint this design asymmetrical because I think that looks more interesting. You can pick another color scheme from the Color Wheel, which will look gorgeous too. Let me show you another trick. How to remove the excess paint from hard-to-reach places. Next, I will take a liner brush to outline the eyelids to make a design even more beautiful and to fill up the negative space. I remove the excess paint from the tip of the brush to make the end even thinner. And I start from the outer corner of the eye to the middle, then from the nose to the middle of the eye. This is easier to do because the place where we're painting is not even and the line is long. I'm gonna paint the second line crossing the first one. To do this, start drawing at the inner corner of the eye below the existing line and finish to do it above it. This is what it looks like from this side. Now I'll take a round brush and put a big drop of paint on the tip of it. This will allow me to make round dots without much effort. By adjusting the pressure, we place large and small dots in a chaotic order. There will always be smaller dots away from the center. I will also place a group of dots between the petals, as if connecting them. Our design is asymmetrical, and some of the petals go over the eyes on the other side, so I won't draw the lines there. Let's just draw a cluster of dots inside the purple and pink flowers. Now I take neutral colored rhinestones and place them in the center of each stencil design. Center on this side is covered, so I'm not gonna place the rhinestone here. Then I'm cleaning the excess paint again. This paint is bothering my eyes. The last touch I will make with glitter, fill the negative space. Also, this will make the design even more vibrant. On the top of the paint, you can only use glitter on the cream base, and it is better to put the glitter gel next to the paint so as not to smear the design. I'm stretching the design to reduce into a thin line using a glitter. It seems that my model really liked the design. I decided to add the beginning of the line near the inner corner of the eye just to add a little more symmetry.